picking my nose there. Yes, welcome to Feel the Force again. Yeah, so today's topic is really about transformation and awakening, and the whole fear of death thing is just an illusory, egoic matrix glitch. So it's a bit of a spoiler and a hack in the game. But what death really is waking up from the dream of life. Death is a misnomer. It's actually more transformation and awakening. So when someone dies, actually they've just transformed and awakened from the dream of life. So imagine you are God or the Godhead, and you're having this dream of this little character called insert your name. When someone dies, it's, God or the Godhead simply waking up from the dream and say, oh, you go back to your original objective absolute self and realize, okay, I slept and I dreamt. That was life. That was life. What we call life is just a sleep and a dream. Even Shakespeare, he said it already. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. All the world is a stage, and we are the players. And the big dreamer is your true self, because there's only one self, divided dualistically, polarized, fragmented into many forms and shapes. When you have a really bad nightmare and you're freaking out in the dream, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, thank me for that. It was just a bad dream. But even the good dreams, even the happy dreams, when you're making love to someone or you're laughing with friends and you're having a good time in the dream, and when you wake up, it's like, oh, even that too was just a dream. It was a good dream. I enjoyed the dream and it felt real. But it was still a dream. And there's a bittersweetness about it, even if it was a good dream or a happy dream, realizing, okay, there's an acceptance there. It's like, so imagine you've just died and you wake up once again as the Godhead. And it's like, whoa, yes, I have slept and I have dreamt. And that was my so-called, 75 years of life, or 85, or 100 years of life, It might feel like a long time, but in the dream, it's, In Hinduism, they call it the day of Brahman, one day of Brahman. It's God dreaming all of this up. We are dreams of ourselves. And within the dream, yes, there is a God or a higher being that is separate to us, but ultimately it is just us. Well, one you, I. And anyways, just a conscious reminder, this video, really. If there's any lingering traces of fear or doubt, and it's the mind's job, it's the ego mind's job to fear and to doubt. But ultimately, there's nothing to be afraid of, because it's all you dreaming it up. And that's it. And within the oneness, there is duality, there is polarity, there is light, there is dark, there is good, there is evil. But it's all your creation. So either you can be a victim to your creations and react to them, or say, actually, you're a part of my movie. You're my creation. So why am I going to be a victim to you? Makes no sense. And even to this day, in my waking reality, the ego tries to enforce separation consciousness with people, places, and things, creating judgment, creating separation, perpetuating the dream of duality. You look outside and think, you can either resist what is, which I do still sometimes. It's like, no, I can't take this anymore. Or just finally, you know what? I realize this is my creation. And when you microdose certain psychedelics, you come to that sort of cosmic consciousness of like, everything's you, and you feel more love and wholeness. But eventually you'll come to the point where, once you get the message, hang up the phone, you don't need the psychedelics anymore. You need the truth and pure consciousness, which is what you are. And the trouble is, when you perceive unwanted darkness in this universe, things that you hate, you have to embrace what you hate, because it's, an extension or projection of your own self. Like, if you were raised growing up and you were programmed to believe that it's unsafe to be sad or angry, and that you have to wear a mask because you're not allowed to be sad or angry about things. You have to pretend like everything's fine and mask those emotions that are authentic through substances, drugs, alcohol, sex, other distractions. That's the problem. That's how God suppresses himself, through coming into this holographic, illusory projection and experiencing separation, which is in itself the original core wound and the trauma. And that's what causes all the fragmentation, separation, judgment, hatred in this world. But if we don't come to love the rejected and wounded parts of ourselves, then we'll never be healed. And for myself, I still have a lot of work to do myself. But ultimately, there is no fear, only lack of knowledge. And once you have the knowledge, that's when it's time to apply it, not just know it. So it's not up to just me, but to all of us here, to start walking the walk. Anyways, as always, be free, have fun, and have faith. Because the more you have fun, the less life becomes a battlefield and more a playground. And that's the ultimate aim and goal. To dissolve the mind, the battlefield of the mind, and turn it into a playground. Because deep down, we're all wounded inner children, and they need to be embraced and loved, so we can come together as one humanity and return to our essence and reality as the one Godhead, Shiva. So there we go. Hope this has helped. Till next time.